Welcome back, City of Altamonte. This week, using the bands and the tubes, we're going to use them both. And today, Darla's going to teach.
Hey guys.
And Kelly's going to assist there today, as usual. And she will be doing a Pilates style workout with the bands and the tubes. So we hope you enjoy it. Let's get to work.
Okay. First off, I just want to explain to you about the bands. We'll call these bands, and this one too. I may get mixed up every once in a while, but these bands are marked heavy, light, medium. Probably for Pilates, you probably don't want this heavy one, so I pitch it off to the side. And you can just play around with the light and the medium. Usually less resistance and more concentration in your core, your cement block, your torso is what you want to do, and not so much those larger muscles. So we're going to start standing, and if you take your light or medium band and place it around your ankles so that it's not all bunched up, just so there's a little bit of tension on it whenever you're standing here. And we're going to keep that little bit of tension as we turn our heels in and turn our toes out. So you're in a wide Pilates stance. That's the outer rotation of the legs rolling out. We're going to inhale and stretch the arms up, and then we're going to exhale, take it down. This time we're going to inhale, lift the heels up, come up onto the balls of the feet, and then exhale, take it back down. Do the same thing. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, take it down. Make yourself grow really tall. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth of the nose. One more time, taller. Inhale, and exhale, bring it down. So go ahead and bend forward all the way down. Try to stretch towards the floor, and see that your feet are slightly turned out. And then roll yourself up. So we're gonna have our hands on our hips, and you're gonna take all your weight over to your one side of your body. So that means the other leg is gonna come off of the floor. You're still turned out in that foot that is down there on the mat. And you're just gonna lift on the side. So we're trying not to lift up with our hip bone. We're trying to keep that hip from moving really at all. You wanna try and really hold your stability through those obliques, and then use your outer hip muscle to lift that leg out. Now point the toes, make the leg longer, and we're going to pick up the pace for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, standing tall, 2, and 1, bring it down. All right, we have that turn out on that foot. Lean over to that side you just worked. Hands on the hips again. Sometimes you can just tell if your hips are shifting by putting your hands on your hips. Lift that other leg up, and we lift, and down, 2, and down, 3, keeping that height of your body, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. We're going to pick up the pace. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. All right. You feel a little bit of action back there. If you haven't felt enough action, put a heavier band on. But really, you want to just bring the action through the core of your body. Not strain out all those quadriceps. We're not even thinking about these quads right here. It's a little smaller side hip muscle. All right, so now we're going to take the weight to the other side. We're going to take your toes back behind you. You're pointing the toes behind you. We're going to stay as tall as you can. Hinge forward just a little bit to lift that foot off the ground and lift up behind you. So you're squeezing now the large glute muscle, but you're stabilizing with your trunk, your torso, your core, your six-pack, right? Come on, stabilize through it. Now we're going to pick up that pace for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it down. Sometimes we think like, oh, this little band can't do that much. How could I do so
Way
much?
more than you think.
Yeah, all right, we're going to put all the weight on that opposite leg. Lift the other one and take it behind you a little bit. Hinge forward slightly, keeping the chest lifted, and press up, 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 up. Keep it lifted, up, up. Now pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Okay, turn your feet way out. You got a wide turnout, and we're going to take it even a little bit wider than you think you're going to go. Okay, we're just going to take the arms up, squat down, hold. From here, lift the heel, and the other heel, and the heel. So it's just an opposite heel lift. You want to really stabilize through the trunk. You're getting that little squat and a nice little reach. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's your challenge. Squat a little lower, lift both heels. Hold. Both heels, hold them, hold them, hold them. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Turn those knees out. 2 and 1. Bring it up. Good job. All right, one more. We have the forward lift of the leg. So put all your weight on one side. Step your toes forward. Now we're going to try to turn that leg out. So you're going to lift with this inner thigh, not the front quad. Lift with the inner thigh. Lift up for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now you're going to cross it across your body. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back. Outer turnout of those knees and toes. All right, we step the other one forward. It's still in that outer turnout. You're going to lift with that inner thigh of the other leg for 8 and 7 and 6, 5. Hips are level. 4, 3. Shoulders down and relax. And 1. Kind of cross. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay tall. 6, 7, and 8. Bring it down. Okay, let's go ahead and have a seat with the band on your ankles. You can have any size band you want on your ankles. Bring yourself down to your back. I'm just going to turn in this direction, that slight turn from the side. All right, so we're going to have our knees over our hips, and our feet have some pressure on the band. Take your legs straight up, and your arms are out like a T. So we have our feet flexed and then pointed, and then flex and pointed. Take it out so you have a little tension on the band. Flex and point. Keep them in the flex position this time. Press your palms down and just drop your legs over to one side. Both legs. Hold it there and bring it back up to center. So I want you to really concentrate on holding your stability through your trunk of your body. Shoulders stay down. This time we're going to go over to the right and hold. Lift the left or the top leg up and the bottom one down. Open and close for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it up to center. So you really want to hold the navel to the spine and keep that cement block nice and strong. It's twisted, but it's strong. 8 and 7 and 6, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center. This time we're going to go over to the side, the original side that you started on. You're going to turn your toes out. So we have those heels opposing each other. Really flex the feet, and you're opening and closing that band for 3 and 2 and 1. Come back up. Roll to the opposite side. Reach those toes out and open and close. Sort of like a little Charlie Chaplin move with those heels. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to center. Bend your knees in. So we are going to take this band later. Let's take it off for now. We're going to take it later, and you're going to end up on your stomach using this later with the same Charlie Chaplin deal. All right, let's go ahead and grab our tube. So with the tube, you're going to come down on your back and take the tube in half. So you're holding the handles on one side and the tube on the other. You can put your thumb in that tube, or you can just hold it so it's doubled over. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with the roll up. Extend your legs down the mat. You have the tube and you're taking a little pressure, trying to stretch it. Inhale. As you reach back, slide your shoulder blades down. Exhale, nod the chin, roll up. As we reach over our ankles, stretch that tube across and bring it back down. If it's too tight, we go ahead and just single it and take it singly. Double or single, it's your choice. Try them both. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin, roll up, and stretch that tube across the ankles as you reach down towards your feet and roll back down. And one more time. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull those ribs in and roll yourself up. Reach and pull it across and bring it back down. As we bring it down, go ahead and bring your knees into tabletop. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders lifted, and we're going to draw one side of your leg. So let's say the left knee comes in towards your chest, and then the right side, and then the left knee, and the right knee. The tube is just stretching across your shins. So give it a little pull across the shin when the knee comes in. Your eyes looking towards your thighs. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And come down for a little rest. So the same move we are going to do, only we're going to twist side to side. So the tube is gonna stretch on the side of the knee that's in towards the chest. I know it sounds like a lot. It's gonna flow. It's gonna flow. Bring your knees to tabletop. Nod your chin, roll the head, neck, and shoulders up. Let's start on the right side this time. So you'll pull the tube to the right of your knee, your right knee, and then to the left of your left knee, and then to the right. So you're reaching and you're pulling that tube apart from each other. And reach, and pull, and reach, and pull. Head, neck, and shoulders are lifted. One more time on each side, right, and then left, and come down and rest. And we should be getting a little bit of fire going, right, Kelly?
Yes, it is.
A little bit of fire going up here. Okay, we have another roll up coming. Inhale, send your legs down the mat and arms back. Exhale, nod the chin, roll up. This time you're gonna peek under your left arm as you stretch down there. Hey guys, and roll back down. Inhale, and exhale, come up and peek under that other arm. And reach, and pull that tube down. All right, we're gonna come back and do on our back, legs straight up this time instead of tabletop. Point the toes, outer rotation of the legs. So a lot of times people will take their legs straight up or their knees are knocking in. They're using their larger quadriceps. So we're going to use the inner thighs to hold our legs up nice and straight and the back of the buttocks. So wrap around the inner thighs to the back of the buttocks. You still have your tube doubled or single. Nod the chin, roll the head, neck, and shoulders up. Now we're going to pull the tube twice as the right leg comes forward for 2. And as you kick left, you pull it 2. And right, pull it 2. And left for 2. And right for 2. And left for 2. And right for 2. And left for 2. And right. Only thing moving is my legs. And a little tug on that 2. And left for 2. And right for 2. Last time. Left leg and bend and come down. Woo. All right. Double bent leg. These Pilates are the basic building blocks of Joseph Pilates mat class. We're just adding a little bit of resistance with it. You can do them without the band if you prefer. Everything is with your own body weight, or you can add a little bit more resistance when you add the tube. So we're gonna come up and roll over both knees as you tuck both knees in towards your nose. So they're coming in towards your nose. You're rolling up in a little ball. You have a little tension on that tube. As you reach your legs forward, your arms go back. Pull the tube as wide as you can and then pull back over the knees as they come in. Inhale, stretch, and exhale. Watch your head, neck, and shoulders aren't falling to the ground. And pull in. You're keeping that lift of the chest. And pull it in. And that length of the tailbone as you reach out. Pull in middle part of your body in, navel to spine. And last time, pull in and come down. Drop your feet down and rest your thumbs. Okay, grab your medium, if you have the medium band, and place those around the back of your hands. So you have them around your knuckles, your fingers, all right? It is a little bit different feeling than the tube. Either way you can do it. We're gonna do that roll up again. Extend your legs down the mat, reach the arms back, inhale, exhale, nod the chin, roll up, stretch over the ankles, and then roll yourself back down. So you're trying to keep your hands and your wrists neutral without bending your wrist back. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin, come up and reach even further, reach past his toes, and roll back down. As we come back, bring the knees into tabletop. Stretch your band over your knees, extend one leg out, and pull one leg back and switch. Now each time you're gonna open that band a little bit more, just like we pulled across with that tube. We have our band now, and we're pressing out with our knuckles, out to the sides of the room. Look at your wrists and see that they're not bending. They're nice and sturdy. And last time, woo, and come down and rest. Go right into straight leg single kicks. There we go, outer rotation of the legs. Nod the chin, roll the head, neck, and shoulders up. This time we're gonna pulse, kick 2, and pull out for 2. 1, 2, and right, 2, and left. 2, reach up higher for 2. Get those legs straighter for 2. Looking at your inner thighs. Reach that band as wide as you can. 2 more. 1, 2. Last time. 1, 2, and come down and rest. So you can feel a little bit of the difference in what the bands can do, tubes and bands, and what kind of resistance you want to use, or if you don't want to use anything. There's many different modifications when you use the band. All right, we'll have our double bent leg. So we roll forward, reaching that band over our shins. The knees are pulling back in. This time as we reach our legs forward, reach your band forward. Then hold the abs as you reach back, open the band, and then bring it back over your knees. So it's a little bit longer hold. Forward, reach the band and open. Take it back, open further, and pull in. On the exhale, reach forward, further back when you reach back, and pull it over. One last time, reach it forward. Reach it back and hold, and pull it in. Whew, it's a little challenging, okay? All right, we're gonna take the band and place it on your ankles again. Legs are straight up in the air. Fingertips are gonna be behind your ears. As you nod your chin, roll your head, neck, and shoulders up. This is gonna be double straight leg. So as you go down, you're gonna flex the feet. Push the band out to the side and point and come up and maybe close it a little. Press down. Open the band, point, bring it up. Close it in a little. Just like you're making a big loop with that loop, up and close it in. You feeling it, Kelly?
Yes,
down.
I am.
Lower abdominals, up and pull it in. Now we're gonna reverse our direction. We're gonna go out and down. Bring it in a little as you lift up. Out and down. Point and flex if you can. Point open. Flex as you pull in and bring it up. Point open. Down. In. Bring it up. Woo! All right, this is a tricky one. You're gonna take your arch on the band, okay? The band, so you have it in your arches, and then hopefully you can get it flat. Mine just rolled a little bit.
Too.
Yeah.
There we
so
go.
if you want to flatten it, these are nice wide bands, so you should be able to do this. All right, we have the bicycle. So we roll the head, neck, and shoulders up. We bring the right knee in as we twist. Slowly pedal away and twist to the left. Pedal. And this way, you can tell if you're in your really good form, pushing out through your heels instead of dropping your heels down to the mat. And we're gonna take it slow and controlled. You're gonna lift up high. And 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And release it down. Keep it on your ankles. On your ankles. All right. And have your feet right down on the floor. Okay, so we want to feel some tension on your bands and take your ankles apart from each other. Normally in traditional Pilates, we'll bring the knees together. The only thing about having them apart, we don't want them just flopping out to the sides or caving in the middle. You want to really stay sturdy with your knees and ankles lined up. It can be wider than your hips for this because we have this band on here. Arms are going to be down. You're going to inhale, and on the exhale, roll your tailbone and lift up. Just lift up into a nice little bridge. Hold, breathe. Now we're going to lower the bridge down and then bring it up. And then lower the bridge down and bring it up. Lower it down, bring it up. 2 more. Lower down, bring it up. Last time, up and roll it down bone by bone. Now you can stay with that or you can advance. All we do to advance is we bring that band up to our thighs. So wiggle it up till it's around your thighs.
This is where it gets all.
Yeah, might get a little tangly there. Okay, take your feet back down in that same place. You want to have some width between there. All right, arms are down, palms are pressing down into the floor. You're going to pelvic tilt, so scoop the tailbone up and then exhale as you come up. Hold the bridge in a nice position and open that tube and close. This is where it might roll up on you a little bit. Try to really lift your hips. Get those hips up a little bit higher and pull your rib cage in. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. 2 more. Open. Close. Last one. Open. Close. And roll yourself down. Bone by bone. And take the tube. Let's leave it on there just for a second. Leave it on the knees. Make sure it's nice and flat. And we're going to roll over to one side. The girls like this. I don't know if the guys like this, but it's for our outer hips. It's called a little clamshell. So you're going to have your feet together, the sides of your feet. You're just going to open and close, keeping your right hand either on your hip or up here, and you're trying to stabilize through those obliques so you're not moving. We'll just keep opening and closing. This is where you might want to have a little bit more tension on the band depending on how strong your outer thighs and hips are. 2 more. And last one. and we'll come down and just swing around to the other side. So you can do as many of these as you want. This is only a sampling of things that can be done here in Pilates with these bands. You can work each of these little segments for 5 minutes each if you want and really get a nice burn in there. You can have a little bit of choice in the matter. And we're gonna do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, stay on that side but take it down to your ankles. And now we're gonna go down with our head in our hands and bring the legs slightly forward in a Pilates V. Same thing, hand on the hip or hand behind the top ear. Turn the top leg to turn out and lift it. So now you have tension there with the tube. And you're gonna lift to the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna kick back. You'll feel that tension there. Really drive the bottom foot into the floor and kick back with your heel and your foot and use that glute to kick back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And drop the leg. Come to the other side. Head in hand. Legs come forward slightly. You stack your hips, stack your shoulders, and lift that top leg. All right, we're gonna lift up for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. You're lifting that bottom rib cage. It's not slinking down to the floor, and then hold it up and kick back for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release down. Go ahead and bring your knees in and take that little band off of your ankles and have a nice little sit up here. All right, grabbing your tube again. We're gonna have our feet on the tube. So you have your feet flexed. You can be wide if you don't have enough tension in here. You can be narrow if it's too much tension. You can have one foot in if it's way too much tension. So you know, play with it a little bit. We're gonna roll back and scoop into that C curve that we have. So just to get you used to the C curve, we just roll back, sink out through the middle, but keep your breastbone lifted. Okay, so the chest is lifted, sinking out through the abs. You're gonna hold your elbows in close to your rib cage and curl in. Now make sure you're not letting that band slip. You're pushing your toes forward. You've got that band hooked on the bottom of your foot. And for some people on the bare foot, don't like this, so they put little slippers or keep your shoes on. And 3 and 2. So we're in a C curve and slightly bent knees. Yeah, so we're in this Pilates C curve. Yeah, Pilates C curve, okay? Holding there. Now you're gonna roll back into your little back, and you've got these legs in that were just there. They're just coming with you. So from here, we're gonna turn our palm, reach the legs, and come up to teaser. It helps you come up to teaser. This band actually helps you. It's a little wobbly, a little bouncy, but try to stabilize through your trunk. As we go down, we turn the hands. We're in that little bicep curl position. And then come up, turn the hands, up to teaser with a press, and roll it down. And one more, come up, hold, and reach. Now from here, you're gonna press out to the sides for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Roll it back down, bend the knees, come all the way down. And you did it, laying flat. Flat, flat, flat. All right, you're gonna reach your heels long to the bottom. As we roll up, you're gonna press those arms back and dive your forehead towards your knees. And then roll back down. Inhale. Exhale, nod the chin, roll up. Oh, press those palms back, back, back. And get your stretch forward. Roll back down. Try to keep your shoulders down your back. I know with these tubes, maybe you might want to go a little wider to make the arms reach a little longer. And last time, we're gonna roll down. Palms facing you. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin, roll up, press back. Now we're gonna hold this press back. You have your feet flexed. It's not gonna be the rounded where our forehead is going down. We're gonna flatten the back, forward, lift the palms and the fingers from the floor, press back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release it forward. Ha ha. All right, let's take our tube and fold it in half again and come onto our stomachs. with your legs stretched down behind you. All right, we have a little bit of fluttering going on with the tube again. I'm gonna do it 2 ways. We're gonna start with the tube, we'll end with the band. So you're gonna have your hands across them, either double, or you can have single, depending on what you prefer. You can have your thumb in or just holding it with your hands. You're gonna reach your arms forward, reach your legs behind you, and then feel where your pubic bone is. Press the pubic bone down into the floor, pull the navel in towards the spine. And then start to lift your chest with your back muscles. Your feet are still down there. We haven't lifted them. They're pressing down into the floor, the tops of the toes. And then exhale, bring it down. Now next, pay attention to your tube. So you're gonna start trying to stretch your tube across to the sides of the room. Inhale, lift up with your chest, and then lift the tube up and stretch it out to the sides for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Keep the lift, 2 and 1, bring it down. Hard, hard, hard. Very hard exercise here. All right. So now as we come up and down, we're gonna press your pubic bone down, pull your navel in. We are gonna lift the chest with our back muscles, lift the legs this time, bring the arms up. Keep the stretch in the tube and go down and lift up, down and lift up. So each time you go down, you can lessen the tension on the tube. Each time you come up, pull it out a little bit. And the nice thing about the tube is if you had it with 2 with the double, you can drop one on the side of it and just use a single. Up, 2 more, up. Last time, up and release it down. Push your tube off to the side and grab your band. Remember how we put the band on the outside of our hands. The knuckles are being covered. Your wrists are neutral. Okay, we're gonna hold the band out. This time we're gonna stretch the arms. We're gonna lift just the chest, lift the right arm and peek under the right arm and lift that band up, back to center. Inhale, exhale, keep your right hand down, lift the left and peek under the left, back to center. We have 5 pulses on the right this time. So the left band is staying down, the left hand. Peek under that right and lift it up for 5. 4, looks great, Kelly. 3, 2, and 1. I see her back muscles working. And over to the other, and those lats under the armpit for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Drop your band. Drop your what is that called? Tube. Bring your hands under your shoulders and press up onto your knees. Round up like a cat. Very good. And one last part. We're going to go ahead and take our tube, and you're going to put one of those triangle things on one foot. Then you're going to bring it between your legs, and you're going to stretch it. It's going to be in a backwards or a number 7 or a backwards 7. So whichever foot you have it in. Yeah, whichever foot. Now you're going to lift the tube up in the air with that little handle on it and kick up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide the knee into your nose and press it up in the air. And slide it in. Press it up. Slide it in. Press it up. Be aware of your core while you're doing this. Just don't go flip-flopping back and forth into a back bend. It's not really a cat-cow pose. It's a nice, strong core pose. 2 more. Press. Last time. Press. Hold it right there. Point the toes and lower that leg up and down for 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw that knee in. And we just have to switch to the other side because we are so lucky that we have 2 legs. And we do the other side. So make a number 7 or a backwards number 7. Just change your sides. All right, we're ready. Lift that knee up and that heel up to the ceiling and press up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw it in, nose to knee, kick it out. 1. In, kick it out. 2 long. In, kick it out. 3, and 4, and 5. Come on, 3 more. Tuck it in. 6. Control your core. 7, 8. We're gonna hold it there. Point the toe. Tap it up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw that knee in. Go ahead and walk back to your feet and take that off the other foot, bringing your tube up and facing center. Nice little pull down here. Just gonna take our feet wide and do the saw. So the saw, we reach down, opposite pinky to opposite toe, bring it back up. And then the other side. The band can be behind you or in front of you, on top of you, wherever you need your tube to be able to stretch and reach to the other side. Last time, come all the way up, fold all the way forward, and lay your tube down on the floor. Grab your ankles, turn your toes in this time, just to readjust your hips. We've had a lot of turnout in the class, so just turn them in. And then heel toe your feet together. Woo, and walk up your legs. Inhale as we stretch up. And exhale, bring your palms down to your heart center. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Great job,
All right.
everybody.
Nice. We're done. Have a great day.